Welcome back everyone to another video. So this is decks I want to work with or pick up. So I'm doing my deck rotation as a video this time rather than just going, there's my picture, I've done the deck rotation. I thought it'd be interesting to see what I finalise with, see what I want to work with and stuff like that, and what I want to return to. Like, we have a lot of tarot. I'm going to say that there's like three oracle? Yeah, 3 oracle decks. I'm shocked about it because there's 2 I always have on my desk, which is Work Your Light and Oracle of Shadow and Light, because they're just my go-tos. And they're really good, like they're just really nice to work with. And I'm still going to be using the chocolate affirmation. There are more at the back here. There's 3 more tarots at the back over here, like behind this. So we have a few I want to talk about. Why I'm not really working with them, why did I stop using them, that kind of thing. And see which ones I want to keep out, because I know these 2 are going to be coming out. They're going to be used for June. Maybe some mermaid stuff as well. I may put them in at the end, but yeah, let's get into it. So let's start with the most like a unique one, I think. It's the Housewives Tarot. I've had this for a long time. I think I did. I started this YouTube channel a while ago, but I started uploading about a year ago, but I think I've had this about maybe 2 years. I love this deck. It's just sometimes you have to be in the mood for it. It's a recipe box looking box, and we have the backings which are like this checkered backing. Zoom in a little bit. Here's the Wheel of Fortune. The majors are this black frame. The pentacles are green, the swords are red. I love that 3 of swords. I don't know why, it's just the cake, it's just interesting. Just turn these the right way around. And then the devil is a devil's food cake. Like, it's really cute and quirky. I think it's by the same person, I don't know, who did the zombie tarot. But it's called Quirk Books, obviously. The publisher's Quirk Books. Because the zombie one's in a box like this as well. That one has intrigued me, but not as much as this one, because I do love this era. I know, ideally, for a woman, it's not ideal. I don't know why, I just like the style of that era. Like, I literally bought Hairspray on Blu-ray on eBay, because I had You Can't Stop the Beat in my head. I know it's a musical, but that era, it's just so good. There's the sun. The Hierophant. I love how the Hierophant's this like radio. I might do a throwback of this deck, actually, another throwback video, just to get into it. But what got me kind of off is the giant heads in some of them. Like, it's funny, I get it. Sometimes I'm just like, why? The Hermit, I love this one. It's like Marilyn Monroe in the bath. Like, that's where the ladies get away. Death is salmonella, which is mayonnaise. The Moon is like I'm putting my night cream on. The Lovers. It's really nice. And it's like a playing card size, actually. It's about a bridge size. So it's not a tarot deck size. Let me just get a tarot. Just use the Ethereal Visions here, which will be one coming up in a minute. This is a bit bigger than an average tarot, but it's just to get the shape. So yeah, that's a bit smaller and a bit less taller, so that's what that one looks like. Ethereal Visions will probably be after this, to be honest, because I've opened it. But yeah, no, I really want to work with this deck because it's lovely to shuffle with. I have quite small hands, and I'm a tall person, but I have small hands. And I don't know, no idea, genetics didn't work in my favour, apparently. But like, it's such a nice quirky deck, and I love it. I just need to use it more, to be honest. I need to revisit. So I might do a throwback video on this deck exclusively. Work with it, do some readings with it, that kind of thing. Because it is a lovely deck. It's so funny. Like, there's one card in here that just makes me laugh. It's not the Fool. It's the Devil card and something else. The Temperance is like the balance of a recipe. So if you put too much flour in, it's going to be dry. If you put too much milk in, it's going to be wet. It's crazy. Oh, This is the one that made me laugh, the tower, because I remember my grandmother, on my mum's side, would make these. I don't know why, she just made them. Like, why is there jelly with fruit in it? Or jelly with vegetables in it? Yeah, but like, I think it was also, like, the swords are knives, pentacles are plates, the cups are glasses, and the wands are cleaning supplies. I just think it's such a funny deck. Judgment, I find that mad, like that she's like a piece of meat. Like, we need to go through this. I need to properly go through this in a throwback video, because it is such a quirky deck. And I say it's quirky because it's so bizarre. It doesn't follow. It does follow Rider-Waite to some degree, but then to some like artistic point, it doesn't. Like the Hierophant doesn't have like a cross or something in it, or two people following it. It doesn't have the artistic point of it, the visuals of it. So eventually I will definitely go through this as a throwback. So on to the next one. Okay, because I opened it, we're obviously going to go into the Ethereal Visions next. This deck is so pretty, okay? I love it visually, and for some reason I was using like the golden Art Nouveau tarot more than this, and I have no idea why. This is the Four of Wands. So I think it's because that one follows Rider-Waite-Smith to a T, whereas this one is like not so much, but it is at the same time. And I think it's just there is a lot of glossy foil. I don't know how to put it. And then there's these two cards here though. Like there's an artist card. And we'll get onto the other one when we find it. I think the other one's the Well. Like two random ones. The star is beautiful. And the backing's just like that. I really want to start using this a bit more before making a valid decision. Going, I think it's time for it to move on. Because I always give them another go before I do those kind of decisions. Like, I haven't just chucked them in the bag. Oh no, it's done. I've worked with them in private or whatever. Do you know? And it's just one of those decks that it's so pretty. And I know the artist, Matt Hughes, is working on an Oracle deck, I think, but I don't know if it's been cancelled or what. Because the last time I saw it, it was cancelled. Seven of Cups, you know what I mean? Like, that does not follow Rider-Waite-Smith. Because the Seven of Cups is about choice, not changing your face. I don't know, it's just an interesting perspective, but... And there's the High Priestess, which is the box art. The Fool. It's really pretty. I just really need to work with it again. The Devil card is, like, so gilded. There's so much going on. Like, I didn't even know there's two women there. A guy and a woman there. Like, Jesus. Like, that's what it was. I think it's the gilding from before. This gilding was very distracting while I was reading for myself. So I was more like, ooh, look how shiny that is. And then just get transpired. The Wheel of Fortune looks like the Death card. The Queen of Cups. The Cups court cards are so pretty. The Hermit. Yeah. It's really nice, the Lovers. I love this how it's like a cuddle, or like they're about to do a soft kiss. It's real nice. The Hanged Man. I'm just going to flip through it. Like, there's the King of Cups. I don't know why I was getting Thor vibes, Merman vibes. The World. It's a really interesting deck. Let me try and find this one card that was... I think it's the Temperance card, actually. There's the Death card, like... See, the Death and the Wheel of Fortune look similar. Like, look at that. There's a lot of gilding on it, and I don't mind it. It's too glary. I don't know, because you'll see the difference. I'll show you the difference, actually, with the Golden Art Nouveau. The Moon card, I love that. That was my logo for it, like my picture for ages. There's the Temperance one. Of course it's at the end. But like, look at those wings. You can see my window there. You can see my hand waving. See what I mean? Like, it's like a mirror. Like, it's such a nice deck. It's just the gilding on it is very glary compared to Art Nouveau, because it's so subtle in Art Nouveau, I think, and it doesn't reflect as much. And you get a little white book with it, of course, and it's by US Games. I don't know. That would be one I want to work on, but I'm not quite sure yet. I'm still on the fence about it. Okay, on to the next. Okay, next is the Tarot of the Golden Wheel. I got this. I fell in love with it, and I never touched it since. It's such a nice deck. I was going through it, like flipping through it, like seeing what decks I want to work with. Flipping through it, going, why have I not worked with this deck? I have no idea why I've not worked with it. It's this lovely, there's this lovely backing on it. It's gorgeous, like this. I don't know, it's getting kind of a Mayan look to it, but it's not. That's the Judgment card. Like the out of every Judgment card, that is just stunning. I'm going to swap hands so you can see them. Like, that's stunning. And then we have the Moon, which is just a lone wolf. The Magician. Look at the greens on that. It's such a nice deck, and I don't know why I'm not using it. There's the Two of Wheels. They have wheels instead of coins or pentacles. The Hermit is just beautiful. Like, that's a really pretty Hermit card. He's meditating in the rain and the storm while, like, feeding himself with knowledge. The High Priestess, look at her. Why am I not using this deck? And then we have the Ace of Swords. I should start using it more. And we have the Five of Cups. Let's go from the bottom. We have the Knight of Wheels. Oh my god, the Star card. Like, some of them are like, why am I not using this? This is seriously one of the ones like, why am I not using it? Why? I'm gonna keep saying it, and I'm trying to come up with an answer, and I can't. It's a really nice deck. It's so pretty. I need to start using it properly. Let's see, because I'm just going into this blind. Wow, that's a World card. I thought that was the Three of Cups. Winter, autumn, spring, and summer. Wow. This is insane. Like, there's the Six of Cups. It's like I've seen it for the first time. I love this kind of, like, the page is like the prince in a way. Following the same colours. There's the King of Wands, orange. The Queen. The queens in this are just stunning. Three of Swords. I like that one. She's just upset. There's no heart being stabbed. Let's see. Whoa, Temperance. See, I feel like I've not seen this deck properly. Ten of Cups. Let's see. The Emperor. Wow, that's... Wow, it's so pretty. I feel like I'm seeing this for the first time. And I've done a flip through of it. It's like when you revisit something, you're like, wait, why am I using... The Strength, I forgot the Strength one had a bear in it. It has a bear! Like, why am I not using this? You're just gonna be like, wait, I don't know why you're not using it. You tell us. And I don't know. Oh, this is my honest opinion. I have no idea why I'm not using this deck. But, like, there's the Queen of Cups. She's the box art. Oh my goodness, we're gonna have to... I'm gonna have to learn use that one, definitely. Why am I not using it? It's so pretty. So yeah, that's another one. There's no reason. I think I just forgot about it. I'm just gonna say, like, these are decks I want to revisit and have forgotten about. So decks I've forgotten about or want to revisit. So that is one I've definitely forgotten about. So that is going on the desk. On to the next deck. Now we're on to the Stretch Tarot by J.E. Stretch. I think it's James Stretch, is it? But this deck, I've edged it in black, so it does not come in black. It comes just ordinary. I've taken it the male, what do you call it, magician, because the female one just looks more appealing. I don't know why I'm not using this. I think it's because it's a bit not Victorian gore, but it's kind of, it makes you think about what you're seeing. Like, I know she's riding a horse, but for a second it looks a bit bloody, and it's not. This is called, and like the keywords are great as well on top. They have little keywords. So here's Wheel of Fortune. Like, it doesn't really have much because Wheel of Fortune is a Wheel of Fortune, but Three of Wands has virtue. She's very evil. That bride looks like she's plotting something. Then we have Four of Pentacles Power. It's a really lovely deck. I really was looking forward to this, and I really wanted a nice Victorian one to go with Vintage Wisdom, and I just never got around to it. Cardstock is great, that's the backing. I've no idea why I'm not using it. I think you have to, it's one of those decks you have to be in the mood for, I feel. So it's definitely one of those ones you have to be in the mood for. Like, I've got this one because I liked the look of Blood, Bread and Roses, I think. It's an indie deck that's on Etsy, and it's about the size of an oracle card, but this one was half, not even half the price, it's a good bit lower than that, and it was closer than America, so. But yeah, like, look at this. I think that's Prince Albert. Sometimes you look at them and go, wait a minute. And then there's the wands as well. Like, I don't know. So the wands look very bloody, and I don't know why. And I do love the deck, don't get me wrong. It's one of those ones I'm like, this is the one that freaked me out, I think, the Five of Swords. I don't know why, it's just that picture. It just really scares me in a way. There is a moth in the... No, I don't mind moths, but there's a death moth in the death card. Oh yeah, the Emperor is like this deer-headed guy. The star. They're really pretty. I just don't know. I honestly do not know why I'm not using it. Queen of Swords is like a fairy. This is one of them, the Ten of Swords. Quite grim. I feel it's a quite grim deck. But then it's like light and pretty in some of them. Oh, it's the Four of Swords that have the moth. The death moth. I don't know why. Four swords travel. Six of Swords travel. Interesting. Anyway, I don't know. That would be one I'm not sure of why I'm not using it. I think it's just, it has to be in that mood. You know? I feel like there's a lot of like, I don't know how to put it. It's like those ink blot tests. And you're really concerned about what you're saying. That kind of thing. They don't have any like confirmation of what they mean and stuff, you know, like, but it's stuff you see in those decks. Makes you do think things through. Some of them, like that one is insane. The Lovers is nice, and there's some of them are really pretty. It's a very nice deck. It's just the wands are shockingly grim. The wands and swords are really grim, and I don't know what it is. I love the perspective of it, and it's just over time I just kind of distance myself from it. So on to the next deck. The Dark Fairy Tale Tarot is up next. I recently got this. I've edged it in black. I was more drawn to the Tarot of the Haunted Mansion? Haunted House, yeah. More than this one. During the time where I was getting my funk. And I wanted to have more dark decks, to be honest. And I will probably use this more in like Halloween time, maybe. But I do want to use it for that kind of, I don't know, emotional kind of clarification of things. That's the Death card. Ace of Pentacles. That's the Hermit. It's a woman. But it's actually a man, actually. I think it's a man, but like from a distance that looks like a woman. That's interesting. That could be also a thing. Like, this is really pretty. I love it. I just never used it. Yeah, it's only recently in the collection. Unlike the Stretch and the Ethereal Visions, you know, they've been in my collection for a while, and I just not used them. Oh, this Empress, like, I need to revisit this one. It's just one of those decks where I'll either grab it or not. And I was grabbing the Haunted House more than this one, because they both came at the same time, and it's just interesting which one called to me first. Do you know? Ooh, look at this, the knight. Is that the page? That's the page I want. Oh wow, this is a knight of swords. I don't know why, I'm just getting like... That's really creepy. It's really cool though, I love that. This one's fine, because it's a fairy tale, it's mythical and stuff, whereas the other one's kind of... The stretched chair kind of plays on your mind, I think. And that's, I find that more like mental kind of games more creepy than a fairy tale thing, because I know it's not real, whereas like playing with your mind and stuff is too real. It's the ace of swords. Yeah, they say one of swords on this rather than ace, so but we know it's an ace. It's really something to look at, like look at that. And it's you'd be staring at it for ages. This devil card. Getting Hellboy looking vibes there, and I love that Hierophant. It's one of the best looking like traditional Hierophants because he's like raising the dead, but he looks like he's a metal ringer, like a singer. I don't know who he looks like. He looks like is it Christopher Lee? The guy who plays Solomon in Lord of the Rings. I think that's Christopher Lee. But yeah, no, he just looks like Christopher Lee. I do want to use this one. There's the backing as well. Reversible as well. I do want to use this. Like, it's one of the few dark decks I have. Like, the dark deck would be this one and Haunted House. I'm so fluff. I'm literally I have a style I like, so this is one I want to start using. Maybe in autumn I'll probably use this, but I will probably use it on my own. On to the next deck then. I'm bringing this one back. It's been in my basket there, right on the desk. I just haven't used it because I was using it before this whole pandemic thing hit the fan, okay? So I think because I was comfortable with it, I went, oh no, I don't want to associate this deck with what's happening. Like, it's been used, like you can see it's curved and bent, like it's been used since I got it. And it's such a pretty deck. Now, comparing this to the Ethereal Visions one, I think it's because this one has a frame. There's more art filling in the gold gilding here. It's not as distracting, whereas I'm looking at the Fool, I'm not looking at the gold, if that makes sense. Some of them have like this big background, but you are still looking at the figure. And I do love it. I love this deck. It's phenomenal. It's so pretty, and it's by the person who did the Muka Tarot. Had it, I loved it, passed it on, but hey, do you know, I was just like, if I haven't used it in 6 months or so, it's being moved on. But it's so nice, like, you know, there are some that would be like seasonal, so that's a different story there, but if it's a deck that I would know I'd use every day, like, look at this. My god, this devil. Look at him. Phenomenal. It's really nice. It's so pretty, and the stars just lovely. That blue and then the gold intertwined on the back, really nice. I think the moon does that, and the Eight of Cups does it actually. Hanged Man. Like, this sticks to the Rider-Waite-Smith like system very well, and the box art, which is the Temperance card, you can see like it's a bit more eye-appealing, if that makes sense, because that Temperance card I showed you in Ethereal Visions, it's the wings that are distracting, whereas this is like I'm looking at her, not this. Do you know what I mean? Like, I thought, oh, there's the gold, but you know, it's, you're still looking at the art and it's not like blinding you, you know? And plus it's not mostly a white background as well, I think. It's a really pretty deck. I really love this, and it shuffles beautifully. I'll do a quick shuffle because why not? It needs to be warmed up. Like, look. Can you not? Like, the Scarabeo. Like, come on. That is brilliant. Like, this is a Scarabeo deck. It's really well done, and I would recommend it to anyone. Even if you're coming from Rider-Waite-Smith, this one is a nice little, like, ooh, I have a little fancy deck, and I feel great. Because I'm using this one as well. The Universal Weight. I've been using that a bit, so we'll move on to that. Okay, moving on to the Universal Weight. So the Universal Weight is not the Universal Tarot, in case people were wondering. This is a Rider-Waite-Smith deck done by, recolored by Mary Hanson Roberts, who's done the Hanson Roberts Tarot. And she recolored this deck, that's the backing there, in just the most beautiful colouring pencil way. Like, I can actually see the strokes of the colouring pencil. You can see the lead. It's really nice, and it's just a simple Rider-Waite-Smith deck. I'm not going to go too much into it, because if you know Rider-Waite-Smith, you know Rider-Waite-Smith. They're all the same, really, but I love it, and I've been revisiting this for just some interactive readings on Instagram, and it's such a nice soft deck. Like, this is the one that I picked up to get back into Rider-Waite-Smith, and like after just coming out with the funk, and it's such a nice deck. Like, ooh, that did not hold properly, but it's such a nice deck to come back to. There is another deck I was thinking of using, but I went no, and I don't know why. It's the Cosmic Tarot. It's sitting in a basket here, and I might bring it out on top of, once I clear off all the ones I want to talk about first. But yeah, like, this deck is just, it's a lovely one. I actually love it. It's a good one to start off with if you want to know Rider-Waite-Smith, but I think it's one of the nice ones to have as a Rider-Waite-Smith, because I love this one more than my Centennial, to be honest. I know, the controversy, oh no. Guys, I'm so sorry, but this one is just the one that appeals to me more. I did use Centennial all the time when I got it. Don't get me wrong, it's the best one, right? It's really good. This comes just a little bit before it, like, it's a bit more for me. Right, on to the next tarot. So this one's in a bag. It is the Accurate AF Tarot. I've noticed though, this is just a little wash bag, but the gold is coming off on the inside of that. It's not gold foiling, it's like dusted with gold. I really want to start using this more. Like, the glitter's coming off actually. But hey, I want to start using it more because it's one of the few circle decks I have. I have this one and the Circle of Life, and I don't use the Circle of Life. I prefer this one because it's like a coaster size. I'm just gonna get my bottle here. Like, look, it's a coaster size. See, it's a coaster. I don't know what Prism de Fleur was thinking. I want a deck that's like a coaster size, please. I just love that concept. Like, how can she figure out the dimensions of it? It's such a nice deck though, and it's really nice. The backing's lovely. I'll show you the backing here. But yeah, like, and it has like keywords. Now, people are asking for all the words on it, and I went, why? It'd be too cluttered. Like, I didn't go for the previous version because it was too cluttered, whereas this one just has 2 keywords and it's fine. Do you know? And it doesn't need too much. It's just nice, and it's circular, which is nice as well. It fits nicely in the hand. Like, it's not ridiculously big. It's not uncomfortable. I just took a break for it because I'm finding this when I was using it. I was constantly using it, and it's just one of those decks you do need a little break from after a while. And with this one, you can read reversal, but I was told that, like, say if the card was facing that way, so the 10's that way, that means you're resisting the meaning of this card. So you're resisting the fulfillment of the meaning. Whereas, like, if it's that way, it's more that way, it means you're accepting it. That's what I looked into. The strength card is Fortitude. Love it. And then Wheel of Fortune. I think I have the Muse Tarot on the way. This is why I want to do this as well, because I have the Muse Tarot. I have 2 indie decks on the way. I have what's her name? Zodiac Queen's giveaway thing still coming on the way. It got sent back to her. And I think the Vampire Tarot's in that, and something else. Oh my god. So that's the other dark deck I'm coming into. I say dark. To me, it's dark. Like, it's a bit more grim. But yeah, like, look at this. Like, Ace of Swords, I always find a bit tricky to remember. So there's Breakthrough and Mental Focus. Do you know? It's a really nice deck. I do want to start using it a bit more. It shuffles nicely as well. It's still a bit. It's so matte though. It sticks together a bit, but then it doesn't separate as well as a glossy deck. It's a bit of both. What's that? Oh, the Hermit. Look at that. Contemplate and soul searching. Maybe I need to soul search with this deck. So I do want to use this deck more. It comes in a lovely box. It's just put it in a bag because it's easier to move in a bag, because when opening it, it got stuck and I had to put it into a bag. So yeah, that is one that's going to probably come out for June. This is in a bag that my friend Anya made for me, and it's lovely. So I just picked it. So I was like, that's fine. She was using up materials and she made a tarot bag. But we have the Tarot Grand Lux. I have not touched this since it came out. I have used it profusely. It's one of those ones like, okay, I've used that enough. If I keep using it, I'm gonna not use the rest. There's the backing. It's Kira Marchetti. It's so nice, right? It's lovely. I just need to start using it a bit more. So maybe I use this one for June. I don't know yet. I'm going to see what theme or mood I'm going for. So far, it's a lot of tarot. And some of the oracle decks are the same. Just 2 or 3 are being swapped. But yeah, like, it's a really nice deck. It's stunning. I love Kira Marchetti's work. It's this one and the Gilded Tarot. I love that one. The one with the easy guide. I have that one as well. So I love that one. The original, I don't know about the borderless new version, the Royale edition. When I saw it, I went, oh, I like the original, to be honest. I don't know why. I thought I would love the new edition. But hey, do you know? I think Kira Marchetti is known for these beautiful frames as well. These frames on his cards. I think that's what threw me off. Yeah, no, it's really nice. I need to start using this more. So this one is going to come out as well. I might, because I'm just going to be grabbing them as we go as well. During the month. And I might keep some of them out till June as well, because I'm trying not to do too many deck rotations because I want to work with the decks that I have. So that's why, like, this one, I'm videotaping it because I went, videotaping it? Oh my god. I'm not old, I swear, I'm not old. Oh, that's such a 90s thing to say. I'm videotaping it, and all the boomer, not the boomers, the, what you call it, the millennials are like, what's taping? Anyway, so this one is on the desk for sure. So on to the next tarot deck. Mystic Monday's Tarot. I have not used it in a while, okay? I did try to pick it up and use it. I just went, why have I not used this? And I forgot how goddamn slippery it was. Unlike the, the Accurate AF, this one's too glossy and slippery. The book is great, it just comes in like a little book. I think that's one of the best, pocket books ever, because it has the upright and the reverse on 2 different pages. I think that's a great one, and they're colour coded as well, ever so slightly. That's one I love about it, and I might actually bring this out because the modern twist of it is really nice. It's just so goddamn slippery. Like, look, if I just shuffle it normally, of course I'm not going to do it on camera, but when I do it, it flies everywhere. So if I shuffle it normally, look, it is very slippery. Like, look, it's not so slippery that it's greasy. And the other thing is, like, the gilding is kind of does peel off a little bit. Like, I think I just got one that's just a bit misprinted, but I don't really care about that. You can only do so much with them. But it is a phenomenal deck. Like, it's so pretty. And I follow the girl who does this deck, Mystic Mondays, on YouTube here, and she is phenomenal with her work. And I love the concept. Like, I still love the strength card. Any strength card with a tiger or anything that's not a lion is brilliant, because I love seeing the different types. Like, there's other ways to represent strength. Like, look at that, that's the 9 of Cups. I love this deck. I actually will keep this out, actually, so I do want to use it. It's such a nice modern one, like the High Priestess. Wow. The only thing is when you do shuffle it, don't riffle shuffle because the gilding does tend to chip and wear. So just be wary of that. Like, it does, but it's such a nice deck though. If she ever did come out with like an improved edition or second edition of it, I do hope some of those things are they're just a little pet peeve, but like, hey, it's her thing, not mine. So, but yeah, like, it's such a nice deck, and it does slip a lot, but I will definitely use it a bit more. Definitely, like that moon card, look. It's so pretty. I know some of them are upside down, but like, there's the sun. The colour schemes of it are lovely, and there's two flamingos as the lovers. Because they mate for life, and they can't deal with loneliness. They're so sweet. But, yeah, no, that's one that's going to probably stay out. And I'll work with that one, definitely. Okay, on to the next deck. Okay, now we're on to the Oracle decks. So this is the Wild Wisdom of the Fairy Oracle. This has been on my desk. I'm just always grabbing Oracle of Shadow and Light all the time because it's in a bag and it's there. Like, it's not because it's in a bag, but it's just easier to work with. There's the backing of this one. This is by Lucy Cavendish as well. The artist is Selena Fenich. It's such a lovely deck. It's so nice. It does say like these keywords. It's just the what's it called? Oracle of Shadow and Light is just one word, and I can work with it, or a little phrase. And the same with this. It's just creation, dawn, new beginning. Like, I would be like stuck on what does dawn mean? And like, oh look, little boy blue. Come on, I need to start using this one properly. I'm gonna need to start using this for the Oracle of the Day for sure. And we have Snail's Pace, Light the Darkness, Manifestation. They're really pretty. I'm gonna zoom out a bit here so you can see them. Beauty and the Beast. I saw that. I think there's like unconditional love. Like, that's so true. Cry for Nature. It's such a lovely deck, and I need to start properly using it again. I keep repeating those things. That's what I'm saying. It's such a nice deck to work with. Before, I'm just always grabbing the other one because I'm familiar with it. I'm comfortable with it, and I'm drawn more to what's it called? Jasmine Beckett Smith's artwork, I think. So I'm going to definitely try and use this one much more, and we're going to go on to the last two decks. Okay, so the second to last deck is a Flower Therapy by Doreen Virtue and Robert Reeves. I got this in a trade off someone I think it was a trade, or I bought it off someone on one of the Facebook groups. So this is pre-owned, but I don't really care. It's been rehomed. It's fine. It's all about flowers. Simple as. The backing is like, it's such a nice, colourful floral deck. I just don't usually I'm not usually drawn to flowers, but I want to try and use this because this is such an easy deck to use. You just literally, there you go, and you read that. That's it. You could, and then expand on it. But if you're like, I just want a quick reading. They're so pretty. It's like that chocolate deck I love. Chrysanthemums. Pot marigold. They're really pretty. Like, look, hibiscus. Your spiritual connection. You're spiritually connected to everyone through God. I think that's what throws me off is the God references. And I don't know why. I just left that behind me. But hey, to each their own. It's such a lovely deck. I need to start using it more for summer. I think there's a yellow rose in here. Because there's a white rose. Wattle. Wattle. That's the name of it. But like, they're so pretty. Like, the colour scheme of this. There's the yellow rose. I have a tattoo of that on my leg, and I love it. Yellow rose. So I'm definitely going to start using this for summer. I'm going to try and use it. Try and use it. Okay, on to the last oracle deck, and you can obviously see it here. So let's get it. So we're on the Spirit Animal Oracle. I saw my friend Mr. K use this during a live stream, or just in general, and I think she was using it just in general as well. And I went, oh yeah, I have that deck, and that's brilliant. Like, that is a beautiful deck, and I love this. Look how many cards you get. Like, it's insane. Like, what? Colette, what are you doing to us? Like, I keep forgetting about this deck. The book is chunky by far. I've never seen a card book that thick. So just make sure that's down. How many cards do we get again? 68. 68. We're a few short of a tarot. So here's the backing. It's this beautiful blue mandala. They have just animals. I think I'll use this one more than the flower one, to be honest. Because I want to just reconnect with, like, animals and nature, because we're all locked inside and the animals would be like, where'd the humans go? And, like, it's so true though. Like, they're probably like, where'd the humans go? Like, huh? So the zoo is probably like, the zoo animals are, there's something off. It's really pretty. I might use this for the Oracle of the Day for sure, definitely. I'm going to use this one more because it's so colourful, it's so pretty, and it'll match my backdrop that I use for on Instagram, which in fact is, you're going to laugh at this, the backdrops I use are actually scarves. They're bandanas. They're just bandanas. That's it. I find that hilarious. My sister gave me this one to use, and it has astrology and stuff on it, and I got this one for myself. It's just paisley. It's a bit silkier than the other one, but yeah, it's just a black backdrop, and I thought it was hilarious. I'm using bandanas, so people would see them like, oh, that backdrop is amazing, what's that tarot cloth? I went, it's a bandana. I'm like, it's a bandana. But yeah, like, this deck is just beautiful. The wombat, and we have the turtle. Like, it's such a beautiful deck. There's the moth. It's so nice. I love it. The only thing I wish there was the panda in it. There's no pandas, man. There's no pandas in it. But hey, like, Colette Barmaid had her reasons for each animal. And yeah, so I'm concluding that this deck video, I don't know what I'm calling it. So decks that I've forgotten about or want to revisit, this is where I'm ending it now. As I was saying, like, I did want to put the Cosmic Tarot in it, but you know what? I have enough of the card decks in this. Don't think you want to be spawned on by another one. So, but here, before we go, I'll do a quick oracle reading for you. Do a quick draw. What do you have to tell everyone? What's just something general? Give us some advice. Oh, we got the swan. Time for a deep dive. So that usually means, like, you might need to go in a bit deeper than you normally do. So when you're meditating and stuff, you need to go a bit further than you normally do. You need to go a bit, you need to think more of your inner self than anything else. You need to go a bit further into your mental health, your psyche and stuff like that. You need to find out who you are more by going a bit deeper into your, maybe more shadow work, I feel, for this. Now, I personally don't know shadow work per se, but if you do know someone who does, or you do know it, I'd work on that maybe. Let's just grab the top one here. I just want to see what would happen. And we have the bee, and it says sweet results await. So maybe you need to dig a bit deeper into yourself and find that just one little clarification or closure you want to get rid of, and then you'll find, like, wow, that's great, I got that done with. It's like, you know, when you've cleaned your room but you know there's something you're forgetting to clean. It's like that kind of thing. Like, I'm forgetting something to do, I'm forgetting something, and you realise, oh, I swept the floor but I didn't hoover or something like that, you know. So that's your reading for this video. I'll leave that there, guys. I am so happy that I got to do this video because I now have done my deck rotation. I'll post a picture of it at the end of the video. Or actually I'll put it on my Instagram. But hey, I'll leave that there, guys, and I'll see you all very soon. Stay safe, and yeah, stay safe, and bye.